to another live streaming class. This month, our topic is how to pass a job interview in English. I know this is an important topic for many of you, so today I want to talk about some useful vocabulary and some questions, some common phrases and questions you might be asked in an interview. Before we start, I want to know, what was your best or worst interview experience? Tell me about it in the comments. How do you prepare for an interview? How many job interviews have you done? And what is your dream job? As we're preparing for the class, tell me about your experience. Answer these questions in the comments. After the class is finished, I'm going to read your comments and then I'll give you my feedback. If you have any questions, be sure to write them in the comments and I will answer them at the end of the class. Ready? Let's get started. First, let's talk about some useful vocabulary for interviews. When you apply for a job, you send your CV or resume. This is the document that has all of your experience, all of the jobs that you've had, everything that you know on this document. So, you apply to a job by sending your CV or resume to a company. In the CV, you list your qualifications. These are the things that you know how to do. What are you qualified for? What have you studied? You might also list your goals. Goals are things that you want to accomplish in your professional life and your personal life. You might want to list your salary, or what salary do you want to have? How much money do you want to make? What do you think that this job is worth? Then you might list your hobbies. What do you like to do on the weekends, in the evenings, in your free time? What interests you? And if you're lucky, the company might decide to hire you. This means that they take you on for the job. Okay? Let's talk about how to describe your experience and your skills. For example, you can say, I worked at the company name for 2 years, 10 years, etc. This is where you talk about your skills. I can use Microsoft Office. I can speak Spanish, for example. Okay? This is similar. I know how to. I know how to give a presentation, for example. I studied. You can talk about the university. You can talk about what you studied. What is your degree? I am proficient in. This can be languages. I am proficient in English, or maybe computer skills. I am proficient in Photoshop, for example. And this is similar. I am well-versed means that you know how to do something very well. You're very good at it. Okay. In a job interview, you might be asked about your strengths. These are your strong points, things that you are good at doing. Some examples of answers to this question are teamwork. Do you work well on a team or in a group? Problem solving. Are you good at finding solutions to problems? Organization. Are you organized? Punctual. Do you arrive on time to meetings, to events, etc.? Are you hardworking? Do you work hard? Are you dedicated at your job? Enthusiastic? Are you excited about what you do, about where you work? And finally, determined. Do you set a goal for yourself and accomplish it? This means to be determined. Now, on the other hand, you might be asked about your weaknesses. These are your weak points, the things that you are not so good at, not so strong. Okay? Some possible answers might be, I'm a perfectionist. I want everything to be perfect always. I like to be in control of the situation. You can also say, I have a problem with patience. I'm impatient, which means that you are not patient. You want things to happen now, immediately. And you can also say, I'm shy, I'm timid, I'm nervous, maybe when giving a presentation, when speaking in front of a group of people. But the idea when talking about your weaknesses is to turn it into a positive. So you can say, I was shy when giving presentations, but I practiced and then I got better. Okay? Now let's talk about some tips on what to do in an interview to make a good impression, to impress the person who is interviewing you. You should dress professionally. Wear a suit, wear a tie, wear a nice dress. Look professional. Arrive early, 5 to 10 minutes ahead of time, maybe even a little bit more, to make sure you are prepared. Then, shake the interviewer's hand when you meet them. Show them that you are happy, that you are excited to be at the interview. Make eye contact. Look the interviewer in the eye when you are speaking. And ask questions. If you have questions about the company, feel free to ask the interviewer and they will answer your questions. Now, let's talk about what not to do at an interview, okay? Do not arrive late. This looks very bad. Do not chew gum. This is distracting. Don't answer your phone. Don't look at your phone. It's better to ignore your phone during an interview. Don't discuss personal issues. Focus on your experience, focus on your skills. Don't add personal issues into the interview. Don't be rude. Always be polite. Show the interviewer that you are very polite. Show them that you are happy to be there. And don't be indifferent. Indifferent means that you don't care about something. So, obviously, in an interview, you want to show the interviewer that you care, that the job is important to you, so don't be indifferent. Okay, now it's time for you to participate in this class. Let's practice together. I'm going to ask you some sample interview questions, and I want you to answer them in the comments. How would you answer these questions? Tell me your answer, and later on, I will give you my feedback about your answers. Okay? Ready? Let's do it. Tell me about yourself. How would you answer this question? Tell me about yourself. Next, what are your skills? What would you say are your skills? Write it in the comments.